Hello and welcome. We're now going to be talking about some updated predictions for the Royal Rumble. One of the things I'm going to discuss basically are what I believe are the surprise entrances that are going to be in the Royal Rumble. Now, it's Wednesday, it's right for NXT, so there'll probably be some announcements from NXT that some of those guys will be in it. In fact, I expect at least 3 or 4 NXT people and a lot of the NXT women to be in it. As you can see, this is kind of the breakdown of all the active people I think have a good shot to be in it. A lot of them in this picture here have been announced, at least on the men's side. Now, the women's side, not as many, but I think it's fair to say, we're going to see people like Carmella, we're going to see the Iconics, we're going to see Alexa Bliss, we're going to see quite a few, like Liv Morgan and so forth like that, in it that are active right now. I think Sasha Banks is a lock. Now, of course, the one of the things we'll find out is if the Women's Royal Rumble is before the women's title matches, then that will be an interesting factor. I think what's going to happen is they're going to have the 2 women's title matches before the Women's Royal Rumble. Now, if that happens, then I suspect there might be one title change. Maybe, and what I think is likely, Bayley may lose to, drop her title, and then we could see Bayley then try to sneak her way into the Rumble, like maybe take out somebody. I wouldn't be surprised if she just jumps Lana like they did last year and takes her out, and she takes her spot. Alright, now if they do it a different way, then, like I said, we might see something a little bit different, but I think that's what's going to happen right now. I think we're going to see, if anything, Bayley might drop her title. I don't think it really matters one way or the other who has the women's title right now. I think if Bayley's kind of chasing the title might be more interesting right now. But anyway, let's now move on to who I think are going to be some surprises. Now, if you've seen the picture, there's a couple that I think might be surprises anyway. I wouldn't be surprised if Asuka does get in the women's one if she doesn't beat Becky Lynch. I still, if you see my other video, believe Becky Lynch is going to win it, but we may see a heel turn from her in the process. So I would be surprised if Asuka gets in and is kind of and part of a face turn to try to get, or maybe just goes full on further heel and goes in and starts misting everybody. It's possible, but she's not much of a surprise in this particular case. Let's move on to who I think are some of I'm going to do 4 men and 4 women who I think are going to be surprises for the Royal Rumble. Ronda Rousey. Not less of a surprise as probable. Now there is a fact that a few months ago she injured her hand while shooting a TV show, apparently badly, so she had to so whether or not she's actually going to be in it significant, we don't know. We'll find out. I suspect what's going to happen is that Ronda is going to have some minor, probably guard on her hand. She'll probably, if she gets in it, she'll probably be limited. She won't be doing a lot of like heavy punches. What's likely going to happen is the other 3 of like Shayna Baszler, the other 3 of the 4 horsemen are going to go in first, and then she'll be a mid or late entrance, and they'll help her eliminate a bunch, kind of as a part of maybe set up a new alliance. But yeah, I think Ronda Rousey's a likely in this. I'd say she's a good favorite to win it if they want to set up a Becky versus Ronda rematch at WrestleMania. John Cena, rumor is he's definitely going to be there. I would say there's probably a better chance if Nikki Bella is not going to be there, he will definitely be there. I don't think he's that kind of a guy that he could not be in the room with her, but I think just for the way they booked it, he hasn't been on TV when she's been on TV, so I think if she's not there, he'll definitely be there. I think he's a good shot to be early, not late. I think he'll be an early one. Now, I could see him being like number 29 or 30 just for the, they love to have one of the biggest stars be the big surprise, but I think he'll be definitely in it. He doesn't have to do as much, just more of a show up. I think they want to set up him, have one more run for WrestleMania. I think he wants to do one real WrestleMania match this year. We'll see. It depends on once again what his schedule's like also. I know he is shooting another movie, but I think he could easily do this. Alright, CM Punk. Now, I think everyone's been suspecting all along CM Punk's going to be in it, especially with his appearance on the Backstage show. I think this is a case where he will definitely be in it. He will not win it. His will probably be, once again, a short-term deal. He'll do the Royal Rumble and then set up, maybe do a couple appearances later on. And I think what will happen is him and John Cena might have a big retirement match for either of them at WrestleMania. Or he'll set up a retirement match with somebody. I could definitely see him getting involved in getting rid of Brock Lesnar. They have a big history, especially in him and Heyman. So it would be interesting if, like, maybe in the, he's like, Lesnar limits 3 or 4, and all of a sudden here comes CM Punk. But I think if CM Punk does show up, he'll be one of the last ones to attend. Once again, as people think, build the tension. If CM Punk's going to be there, I would not be surprised if AJ Lee is in the women's. Once again, why wouldn't she? Unless she's fully not wrestling anymore, I wouldn't be surprised if he's been training. She's probably been training with him. She'll probably at least be in same thing on a one-nighter deal where she shows up to get something going. And honestly, it would be not a surprise. Once again, if we see the women's first and she shows up, it's almost guaranteed we'll see him in the second one. Just once again, it would be kind of odd to have one and not the other. She left after he left, so it's kind of they're married. I would not be surprised if we see both of them. So I would say she's definitely a lock as well. X-Pac. That's kind of my out of wildness, but I would not, since the NWO is going in, this could be a nice little tie into that. I don't think Hulk Hogan's in any shape to do it. I'm pretty sure Kevin Nash, they've had him in several times. Scott Hall, same deal. But have X-Pac come in, that would be a great pop for the crowd. Good surprise. Triple H would easily, it'd be funny to see Triple H, let him, in him if Triple H jumps in. I'm not considering Triple H surprise because sometimes he gets in, sometimes he doesn't. He doesn't have to be in it. There's plenty of people, but I could definitely see an NWO member. Once again, they're all about trying to praise the NWO this year. So have one NWO member. If it's X-Pac and he comes in and gets quickly eliminated by Kane or somebody else, not a surprise. And I don't consider Kane a surprise. He's been making appearances lately. He's pretty much confirmed to be there. So Kane is definitely likely going to be in there. And if Kane eliminates X-Pac, no surprise there. In fact, that's pretty much a likeliness. But I think we could definitely see some Bronco busting going on there. Paige. Now, this one is a very interesting one. There have been rumors that she has been doing rehab with the same people that helped get Daniel Bryan, but now those were 2 different injuries. Hers was a severe neck injury. She said many times she's not ready. Now, everyone keeps thinking Edge is coming back. I've heard also that's just misdirection. I have heard she's been cleared for limited action, so she may be resuming her managerial options. One of the things they haven't let her do for a long time is be a manager, because usually managers need to take a bump every now and then. So what I think is going to happen is she's going to be cleared to at least appear in the Rumble. Probably nothing too serious. Likely everyone in the match with her or in the ring with her will be kind of protecting her in a way. Like she'll be doing some stuff. I don't expect to see a rampage or anything like that. Just the fact that she may not be cleared for serious bumps, but she'll be one of those people who comes in and do a spot and then probably gets eliminated pretty easily. But the fact that she'll be in will be a big shock, and hopefully lead to some other stuff. I would not be surprised if she puts her old organization back together. She's been managing the Kabuki Warriors in the past. They dropped her for mysterious reasons, probably because she was going to get some more rehab done. So I would not be surprised. They made a movie about her life. They want to get more out of her rather than just have her do commentary. Her story is interesting. They want to hype more about it. And you know what? It'd be great if Florence Pugh is with her, or The Rock introduces her. It'd be great if The Rock came out and instead of shockingly introduces her again. But yeah, I think Paige is a probable. And finally, my last guess, which is not really a surprise if you know anything, Shane McMahon. He got fired after he lost his match to Kevin Owens. Perfect. He's been off television for a while. Perfect time for Shane to be one of the last ones. It could be a nice little. If they want to, I don't know if they'll have him deal with Kevin Owens, but he'll definitely be in it. It's just a good use of Shane. He can come in, get taken out quickly. He doesn't have to be a major player. Anyway, those are my 8 surprises. I would have gone more, but if you look at the roster count, they're leaving it a lot more complicated. My picks still to win the Royal Rumble are going to be Roman Reigns. Despite the fact he's got a very complicated false count anywhere match, I think that's going to set up that he will be one of the last people to get in. He'll be fighting Corbin. He'll leave the arena, and then he'll have to hurry. Wherever he'll be, have to hurry back to make his spot, which will probably be like 29 or 30. They'll have him come in and start spearing people left and right. He'll definitely be one of the last ones. I also still believe Rhea Ripley is going to be in it. Yeah, whether or not she might lose her title tonight, but I have a feeling instead she'll go into it wanting to take a champion versus champion match versus Becky Lynch. I think that would be a really, really good match. More importantly, Rhea Ripley's just got so much hype. And finally, what I think is going to be the big thing, and be they'll be setting up something at the Elimination Chamber for the Horsewomen versus Horsewomen. Anyway, see you all next time. Please make sure to comment and like us on YouTube and subscribe.